Hello, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome to my fourth session on data analytics training by using MS Excel. So, we were discussing about the functions related to sum and averages. So, basic statistical function which we already studied in your UG first semester or in MBA first semester about statistics. We know about them. Okay, so we know how to find the sum. We know how to find the average. We know about finding sum and average. Now, other way, guys, you know how to find the average. Average is nothing but it is a sum of data divided by the count of data. So if you do the sum of the data here, if you do the sum of data here, if I do the sum of the data divide by the count function. There's a function, guys, called count. What it will do, it will count all the numerical values. So if you take the sum of data divide by the count of the data, if you take the sum of data divide by the count of data, you will get the same average value. Can you understand this, everyone? So count is basically counting purpose. N in statistics, no, we write n. So that n value, if you want, that n value you will get here by using count function. Clear, everyone? So that n value, the count that you will get by using this function. Now, if you can see at the top, guys, if you see at the these people, so if you see at the top, guys, 1 minute, I cannot able to screenshot the screenshot. So if you see at the top, everyone, so if you see at the top, now if you see at the top, guys, this function, so this key, what you see, this is for putting a rupee currency sign. Okay, for putting sign, currency sign, this is the key. For putting currency sign, this is the key. Okay, this is for putting percentage value. Okay, this is for putting comma. Okay, this is for increasing and decreasing decimal. Increasing and decreasing decimal, you can use this. Okay, everyone. Now, if you see here, if I am here, if I want to increase decimal, if I want to decrease decimal, I can use this sign. Okay, if the number of digits become more than the width of the of this, then it will automatically will give you the, like this hash sign, like what you see in your Insta account. So that hash thing will come here. Okay, because I've not did I auto fit. You remember, no? We know how to, we can do auto fit also. I talked about auto fit, how we can do auto fit. We can go under developer tab and we can write a program for that, alt F11. So if I do alt F11, so here I can write a program on, I can write a program. So which sheet I'm doing this? I'm doing this on this. I can see which sheet I'm doing this in this Excel workbook. So I'm doing on which sheet, I can see this. There are a lot of sheets are there. So which sheet you want to run that program? So you can search the name dummy data. Suppose this is sheet 4 dummy data. So on sheet 4 dummy data, okay, I'll just click on worksheet. I just click on worksheet. Yesterday we did all this, right? Cells dot cells dot column uh, cells dot entire column cells dot entire column cells dot entire column dot autofill. If you do this, so now now like this, now now you can see this automatically, it will get auto fit. So if you decrease the decimal, increase the decimal, automatically the cells will get auto fit. Clear? I hope you remember. We discussed about that program, that writing that program, cells dot entire column dot autofit. With that, you can do that. So average, guys, if you see the function F2, you can see I use this function sum divide by count. So when I did sum divide by count, I got this value called average. Clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Any question? Clear? Anyone have any doubt? Any question? I hope you people are understanding. Now, count function. Guys, if you see count function, you see this. Here I wrote something. So, okay. So, so now if you see this, can you see it down, this zoom? You can do zoom out, zoom in. You can see this, guys. You can see at the down. You can see at the down. This is zoom in, zoom out. You can see this zoom in, zoom out. Can you see that? So this here, this is, you can decrease the percentage. Here you can increase the percentage. Zoom in, zoom out. You can do that. So to make the other person visible, your screen. So here, if I do zoom out. So here I did zoom out. Okay. So now if you see this, guys, here, if I want to count this, okay, I want to count. I want to count what? These many cells. Okay, I want to count these many cells. I want to count. So how many cells are there? If you see, Mandu, Erudu, Muru, Nalku, Aidu. Total 5 cells are there. If I want to count 5 cells, you can see this 5 cells are there. So if you see this, if there are 5 cells are there. Now, if I use this function now, guys, count function, COUNT, count, open bracket, go to the first cell, select everything, shift arrow, close bracket, enter. If I use count function, guys, see, it is giving me the value 3. It is giving me the value 3. But if you see, guys, 5 cells I've selected, but it has given me the value only 3. I've selected 5 cells. I have selected 5 cells, but the value what it has given me, it has given me only the value 3. Can you understand this? Can you understand this? So why the reason why I've shown you this? Because whenever you use the count function will only count the numerical values. Okay, guys, everyone, please remember that whenever you use the count function, it will only count the numerical value. It will not count the empty cells. It will not count alphabets. It will not count alphabets. It will not, if you see, instead of 67, if I write something, if instead of 67, if I write Virat Kohli, something. Okay, so see that the count become 2. Okay, because count will, when we talk about count function, please remember, count only count the numerical values. If you want to count the occupied cell, then use count A. Use count A. If you use count A will, what count A will do? Count A will count all the cells which are occupied. So you can see occupied cells are 4. So it will give you a value called 4. So are you understanding this? So there's a, if you use count A, guys, if you use a function called count A will count all the occupied cells. Okay, so if you have alphabets and if you want to count alphabets, then count function you cannot use. Okay, so there you need to use count A. Clear, everyone? Okay, so now like you see that kind of scenario. So here, suppose if I, how many subjects are there? Somebody asked me how many subjects are there. Somebody asked me how many subjects are there. So how many subjects are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 subjects are there. Then that 16, if you want to count, guys, by using count function, COUNT, count function will not work here. Count function will only work on numerical value. If you want to count alphabetical values, then the best way to use is count A. So you use count A, open bracket, then go to the first cell, control shift left arrow. Okay, then come to economics, which is your first cell. Okay, till where you want to count, press enter. If you do press enter, you will get the value 16. So the 16 subjects are there. Can you understand this, guys? So I hope you can understand this. You will not have any doubt on this part. Okay, so there's a, here, whenever you are working on count function, guys, whenever you are working on count function, whenever you are working on count function, guys, so then if you want to count the blank cells, you can use count blank. You can use count blank. You can use count blank. The count blank will count if there is an empty cell. So you can see there's a one blank cell is there in between. So if you want to count it, so you can use the function called count blank. Clear? Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Okay, so you understood the sum function, you understood sum function, you understood average function and all basic, guys. Median and all, if you want, you can do that. You can arrange this in ascending order and then you can find the middlemost value. I hope you remember the concept of median. Why, Rajendra, I did not understand for what you wrote, why. Anything you are not understood, please, can you tell me again? That would be a great favor to me. Anything you are not understood? Okay, so this part is clear, no, everyone? Any question, anyone? So this you understood how to work on sum, you know how to work on average, all that. So it's very important for us to understand some basic statistical function. Okay, okay, great. And achha, maybe y means yes. We live in negative world. So whenever somebody write y, so instead of thinking yes, we think y means y. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, forget that part. Now coming back here, so you know basic how to do sum, you know how to get average. Basic you can do maxima, minima, all that, all different statistical function. You can press shift F3. You can press shift F3, and there you can go to statistical function. Look for statistical function, a average deviation, you know, standard deviation, like that, average deviation, average a, average a you are getting, no, so it will average, it will count, it, you can use that average a for what you say, alphabetical values, then average if, average ifs, or beta. So all that beta, those who are from fourth semester finance, they know what do you mean by beta. So all these functions are there. So different statistical function, whatever you studied in statistics till now, you can probably you can just spend some time to understand this. What already theoretically you know, in Excel you can practice it to get it. That's okay, Rajendra. I really appreciate your kind interaction when you are one of the people who are keep on interacting with me. Others are not at all interacting. Only few people are interacting. Anyway, so I'm really thankful for all the people who are keep on interacting with me. So you know about statistical functions very well. You know how to work on the statistical function. Basic idea I've given you, guys. Okay, so in normally in statistics, normally when we work, when we see the scenario here. Okay, so here if I want to know the current date, what is today date? So to get the today date, you can press Control semicolon. If you press Control semicolon, you'll get the today date very easily. You press Control semicolon, you press Control semicolon. What is semicolon, sir? The key, what you see next to L. Next to L, can you see one key? So that is semicolon key. So if you press Control semicolon, you can get the today date. If you want today time, right now time, Control Shift semicolon. This is current time. Control Shift semicolon. So if you do Control semicolon, you will get the current date. If you press Control Shift semicolon, you will get the current time. Clear, everyone? If you do Control semicolon, like I need this Control semicolon very commonly when because I'm a teacher, so when I take classes and all, I don't want to remember the dates. So like suppose after this I have class a BCA student, so I'm teaching them operation research. So what I'll do, the moment if I go to the class, I have to take attendance. So I'll just click there, the attendance part. So, and then I'll just drag it. So I have to put today date. So I'll put control semicolon. I put control semicolon, I'll get the today date. So I don't have to remember what is the today date there. So I just simply put control semicolon, my work is done. Understood everyone? So control semicolon will give you the current date. Control shift semicolon will give you the current timing. TCS, when I attended TCS interview, I got this question in Excel round, shortcut key for current date and current time. Uh, if you want date and time together, you can use now equal to now open bracket close bracket. So if you use this function equal to now open bracket close bracket, you can see date and time together. If you press equal to now open bracket close bracket, you can see date and time together. Equal to now open bracket close bracket, if you press, you can see date and time together. If you press, you can see date and time together. Equal to now open bracket close bracket, you can see date and time together. Now the other function, to see the current date, to see the current date, the other way to see the current date is to, you can use this function called equal to today. Equal to today open bracket close bracket. So you can get the today date also by using this function equal to today open bracket close bracket. So if I use this function equal to today open bracket close bracket, so I can see the current date again. Okay everyone, anyone any doubt? So to see the current date again, you can press equal to today open bracket close bracket. You can see the current date and current, you can see the current date. Clear everyone, any doubt? For time controls for time, there's no other key. I'll tell you, you can, this is the key, control shift semicolon. Or you can write a program also guys, you can write a program for date and time. Sub show me current date or time, you can give any name for that. Current date time, you can write any file. Sub show me current date time open bracket close bracket message box msg message box msg message box date, then message box time msg message box date msg message box date message box time, and then end sub. If you run this program, you will get current date and current time. I'll show you. For writing program, press Alt F11 or go into developer tab. Under that, go to Visual Basic. If you press Alt F11, if you press Alt F11, so you can go inside this. You can write in worksheet also. You can do. You can do in worksheet also. You can do, or just make it general. Or what you can do, go under insert. Under insert, go under module. Okay, go under insert, go inside module. Okay, now under module you write sub. Start everything with sub. Start with sub, sub. Sub, give a file name, anything. Show me current date and time. Show me current date and time. Show me current date and time. Open bracket, close bracket, enter. The moment you press enter, end sub will come. If end sub is coming, means you are doing correct. Then write msgbox message box date. Don't put apostrophe s and all. Message box date, and then write message box time. Message box date, and then write message box time. MSG, message box date, MSG, message box date, message box time. And then run this, click on run, press F5 or click on run. You can see date 12/6/2021, press OK. You can see time 11:59:51. Clear everyone? Correct, correct. For Bhagwan, for that only I wrote the program. So I just let me take the screenshot and I'll. So this is the program. You see this. Clear everyone? After you write everything, click on this. Click on this, or you press F5. This is run. This is called run. Click on this, or you press F5, or you press F5. Okay, great. Anyone, any difficulty are you facing? Everyone got this? Anyone, any doubt? Everyone got the answer? Clear everyone? Everyone, please reply, guys. Did you get or not? You can say yes, no. You can write that. It's not a big thing. At least I'll believe that you are alive. I don't want people to attend my class simply for attendance purpose. Otherwise, I could have made it the coordinators to take attendance 10 times. And whoever is missed any time, mark them absent. So I can do all that. But for me, it doesn't matter. What is the point? I don't want non-living creature attending my class. So if you are here, then make sure you respond. Okay. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask questions, as many questions as you want. So it's not like every college do all these forms of training. So So very recently, I've been to one of the very, so we, you know how to write the current date, current time. Okay, so this is a very important, guys. Especially for someone like me, I work with many places. I need to make an invoice at the end of the month, which date, what training I did. So for an example, suppose I did some college, RV college. I recently did one training. So 1 minute. So 1 minute. 1 minute. Be online. Too many Excel files are open. Too many Excel files are opened. Let me close that. So you can close that by using Control W or by using Alt F4. You can close it. Okay. So whenever you have Excel file open, you can close it. So now simply I wanted to show you invoice and all, taking a lot of time. Now see, suppose if I want to make an invoice, then I'll put date. I'll put date. Okay. I'll put a date. Okay. Then which day I did the training, which day I did the training, and then I'll put a topic. Okay. I'll put a topic, and then probably I'll put a topic, then all other details I'll put. So I'll put date, topic, then hours, what is the timing, what was the timing, okay, what was the timing, and then I'll sign it. That is a normal way how I put the invoice. So suppose this training I did, maybe this training I did last year, or maybe last year, June or July, somewhere, some date I did. So to write a date, I'll use a function called equal to date. So I can use this function called equal to date. So when I'll use this function called equal to date, I'll use open bracket. I'll open bracket year 2020. Suppose last year I did, maybe 15 September I did. So month, what was the month for that? So month for that was 9 September. Date was for 15 September. I did the training on that date, guys. So on 15 September 2020, guys, I did some training in some college. So I don't know which day was that. So which day was 15 September 2020? Either I can go here, and here I'll go to the, okay, like this I'll go to September. Like this I can go to September. I'll see 15 September was Tuesday, and then I can write Tuesday. That is the one way I can do, or I can Google it. I'll go to Google and I request, dear Google, can you tell me 15 September 2020 was which day? I can do like this. I can say 15 September 2020, which day? I can ask Google to please tell me which day was that. Okay, that is a one way I can do that. What is the other way, guys? No need to do all that. You can use the function in Excel called text. You can use a function in Excel called text. Text in the value, when they're asking you value, in value, what you need to do in value, you click on the date. So equal to text, and in value, click on the date, comma. In value, click on the date. Okay, in value, click on the date, and then comma under uh, under under double quotes apostrophe s, write d as many times, doesn't matter, you can write. I just checked this, so it doesn't matter, you write as many times, you write d and close bracket and just enter. So it will give you the day, which was the day. I hope you understood this. Okay, then I can put topic, timing, and the things. I hope this part is clear. Then next day, when I did the training, I did on 16 September. So 15 September, I did first. That was the first day of my training. 15 September was the first day of my training. Next day, I did training on 17 September, for example. So again, you don't have to use date function and all. You don't have to do that. So you simply do up arrow plus 2. If you do up arrow plus 2, if you do up arrow plus 2, if you do up arrow plus 2, so it will give you the 2 days after it. And you simply copy this formula and paste down. Simply copy this formula, paste down. So it will give you the day. So September, 17 September. Next, I did training after 4 days. Simply, I hope you are getting. So you can use equal to sign and then plus. Then next day only I did training. So after Monday, I did training on Tuesday plus one. So then, like, I hope you're understanding, na, guys. So this week I did complete, okay. Then continuously I did training. I'll just copy this formula, Control C, then I'll do Control V. So when I do Control C, Control V, I'm not going to do training on Sunday, no. Not every college like Padma Shri, which is so much concerned for the student that they do even training on Sunday. So other colleges don't do on Sunday. So Sunday I have not done training. So after Saturday I did on Monday. So here I'll simply do this plus 2. I hope you're understanding. So Monday came, now Tuesday is there. So I'll just, now I don't have to do much. Copy that and then again I hope you're understanding. So you just like this. You get it, right? I hope you people are understanding, right? Everyone, what I want to teach you. So once you write one date, you don't have to write that date again. So you just simply, you can do plus one, plus one, plus one. Clear, everyone? Are you getting this? Are you getting this, guys? Any doubt, anyone? Okay, day part again. Okay, I'll do that again, day part. So what I was telling guys, like suppose yesterday, from yesterday we started na training. Okay, suppose Reddy sir called me and told me, Amit, quickly send me the invoice of the Excel training, what all you did. So what I'll do, I'll write equal to today, open bracket, close bracket. But I started this training from yesterday, not from today. Minus one. Can you understand this, guys? I did minus one. Minus one means today. What is the today date? Minus one. If something in future plus something. Can you understand this? Now for this I'll put today date or control semicolon. Okay. Then tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow also training is happening. No? So today date plus one. I'll get tomorrow. Then I'll just copy this formula. Now it is plus one every day. Every day I'm doing training, including Sunday also. I just copy and paste it. Now it's done. Can you get it? And for day part, you can use this. You can write equal to test date. So for day, if you want the day, so 15 August 1947. So which day? Which day was? Which day was the day when we got independence? 15th August 1947. The day we got independence. So which day was that? So equal to which day was that? So equal to text, write date. Year was 1947, comma, month, which month? September, no? August, sorry. July, August is 08, 15 August, close bracket. Two bracket I opened. Can you see that, guys? Guys, can you see that two brackets are open? This is the first bracket. This red color is the first bracket. This is the first bracket. Can you see that? With color, you can understand. This is second bracket. So close that many bracket, what you open. The last bracket always come with black color. Enter. 1 minute, guys. Sorry. So after the date, what you need to write under double quotes, write DDD. Doesn't matter. You can write 4, 5, 6 times. Close bracket, enter. It will give you the answer Friday. Oh, there's a cafe in Bangalore called Thanks God. Thank God it is a Friday. TGIF. Thank God it is Friday. Clear, no, everyone. So you all know your birthday date, no? Everyone knows your birthday date, no? You want to know which day you born? You tell me the date, which day you born. I'll tell you which. You tell me the date. I'll tell you which day you were born. You can do by using text function. Clear, everyone? I hope you're understanding. Anyone, any doubt, any question, any concern? Clear, everyone? Anyone? Any doubt, any question? Okay, how to drag? Very easy, guys. So how to drag? Suppose you get this. You get this now. Simply copy that, or you can then do paste it. Okay, like that you can do, or just you see at the bottom right. At the bottom right, keep moving your mouse till you get a doctor sign. If the moment you get doctor sign, then you simply drag it and you'll get the value. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt, any question? 75 people are only there in the class right now. Any doubt? So I like to welcome new student who have just recently joined 5-10 minutes before. So any doubt, anyone? The Sadhuk, any doubt? The Sadhuk, where are you? Bangalore or Kashmir? Anything? Any doubt, anyone? Hmm. Okay. So hope guys, you people can reply also and you are listening to me. So you are picking now serial number, guys. Serial number is important, no? You put serial number, right? You put serial number. So write. I can put serial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Manually, I can put the serial number, guys. That is the one way. Manually, you can put the serial number, guys. Or what you can do, you don't have to write manually. Write one. So first number one, then two, you two, three, maximum two or three. Select everything. Excel knows how to perform arithmetic progression. It don't know how to perform GP. So you select everything. You select everything, and then wait for doctor sign and drag it. You wait for doctor sign and drag it. You can see serial number will come. So you don't have to write it manually, guys. Understood, everyone? So you don't have to write it manually, guys. You don't have to write it manually. Don't write it manually. So when no need to write it manually. You can simply do this. Okay, so you write one or two number. You write one or two number and drag it till the down. Clear? This is the one way. So otherwise, if you're facing any issue with this dragging part, so what you can do, write only first number. Write only the first number. Go to home. Write only the first number. Go to home. Under home, go to fill. Can you see this fill, guys? See, guys, please pay attention, guys, what I'm doing. Everyone, please pay attention. I wrote one. Go under home. Under home. Can you see this fill? Can you see this fill? Fill. Can you see this cursor fill? Yes or no? Can you see this cursor fill? Okay, then down arrow, series, click on 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 series, Then if you want the value horizontally, click on row. If you want the value horizontally, click on row. If you want value vertically, click on column. If you want value horizontally, click on row. If you want value vertically, click on column. Linear, type will be linear. Step value 1 1 means 1 1 1 difference. And stop value, where you want to stop this, 30, 40, 50, whatever. Press OK. Now you can see it will come. Clear, everyone? Okay, everyone, you understood, right? Now, suppose I want to write the table of 5. So, for example, you want to write the table of 5, write 5, select 5, go to home, under home, go to fill, click on series. You want horizontal, click on row. You want vertical, click on column. Step value 5. You want the difference of 5. Stop value till where you want the value, 50. Till where you want the value, 50. Press OK. Done. Clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Now, same thing if I want vertical data, if I want horizontal, same horizontal, vertical data if I want horizontal, the same vertical data if I want horizontal, same vertical data if I want horizontal, you can copy that, control shift down arrow, control C, copy that. Okay. And then what you do, wherever you want it horizontal, click there, go into file. Okay, go into not file, go into the home. Under home, you can find paste. Here you see transpose. Here you see where's transpose. Here you can see where's the transpose. You have to do transpose. Go to paste spatial and click on transpose. If you do transpose, the vertical data will become horizontal or horizontal data become vertical. Anyone who know basics on maths, they studied matrix chapter, they know the term transpose. They know the term transpose, making row horizontal or vertical data horizontal, horizontal data vertical, that is transpose. So you copy the data, you copy the data, you copy the data and go to transpose. Under paste, you go to paste spatial, you will get transpose. The shortcut key is Control C. Shortcut key for doing transpose. Shortcut key for doing transpose is Control C, Alt ESE, Alt ESE, ESE. Okay, so transpose, Control C, Control Shift right arrow, Control C, then Alt ESE. Okay, table part, Chatra. How to do the table part? How to do the table part? Very simple. So let me just delete this. Press Alt if I want to delete this because data is there. So Excel will ask me, do you want to save it? I'll press tab, tab, tab. Come when the tab came to don't save, press enter. Okay, now table part I want to show it again. So suppose 15 table or 13 table. Write 13, write only one. 13. Then go to fill. Go to home. How to go under home? Alt H. If you press Alt H, now for fill it is F1. F1 I guess so. F1. FI. It is FI. If you do FI, you'll get fill. Under fill, you want to go to series. For series, it's showing a key S. Press S. Yeah, S. Now, if you want data vertical, then click on column. You want the data horizontal, click on row. Then you can use tab. You can use tab. Then see row. Then down key if I use column. Then I use tab. Then linear, yeah. Then step value table of 13. So step value should be 13. Stop value tell the where it should give you the value. So table 13 12 are 156. Okay, press enter. I got the 13 table. Clear everyone? Any doubt anyone? Thank you for asking, Chatra. Others also please ask your doubts if you have any doubt. You are most welcome to ask your doubts. Clear this everyone. If you want to put serial number, you learned how to put serial number. Okay, you learned how to put serial number. So serial number. So suppose serial number. You learned how to put serial number 1 2. Just select two data and then you drag it. Okay, you can do that. Last value is 20. So last value is 20. Clear? Like this, you can put serial number. Anyone, any doubt? Okay. So I hope you people are understanding. So I discussed about date. I discussed about date. So you can put any date. You can put any date. You can put any date. Any date. You can put any date. So 2020. Okay, then month. Maybe something like this. Today date only. Okay, let's put today date. So let's put today date equal to today. Open bracket, close bracket. Now, maybe I want to put a date after 1 month. Maybe I want to put a date after 12 June. No, this is June going on. After 12 June, we'll do training on 12 July. So after 12 June, simply some dummy example. After 12 June, we'll do training on 12 July. So if I want to put 12 July, so you can either put like this plus 30, 31 like that. You can put it's coming 12 July. Okay, I hope you understood. Like this, you can get 12 July, or otherwise, you can get 12 July by something called e date. There's a function called e date. So month wise, it will go start date. This is the start date, comma 1. So, so it will give you data after 1 month. So now, oh my God, what happened? I use the correct function only equal to e date, guys. I have not done anything wrong. I just put the current date. So in the current date, I put equal to today, open bracket, close bracket, and I wrote 1. 1 means after how many month? 1 month. I close the bracket, I press enter. Oh my, I got some numbers. I really get scared of how I got this number. If you get something like this, you don't have to worry. This date has came in the form of number format. So for there, you just go here and just click on date, long date or short date. The date will come. Have you understood this, guys? If you many time it happens when you put date, the date in Excel will come in number format. So Excel will give you the date in number format. So in that scenario, please don't get scared. So either you can go here, general, and click on date, or you do right click, go to format cell, do right click on your mouse, do format cell, and here go to date and see what date format you want. You click there and you will get the date. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So if I write equal to e date, so start date is this, and maybe so you'll get this. So you can do what you can do right click, format cell, go to date and change the date, change it into date format. Any doubt, anyone? And for the day, I use text equal to text, comma, under double quote, write DDBB, copy that, and just drag it. Whichever date you'll put, it will give you the date. And then do double click here. Clear everyone? Okay, now if I want to write a sentence, if I want to write a sentence or feedback, if I want to give feedback that I can write this date, this date. This is what I'll write. I want to write a feedback that 12th June 2021 is Saturday. I want to write that 12. I want to write 12th June 2021. I want to write a feedback that 12th June 2021 is Saturday. Something like this. Okay, this I want to write everywhere. This I want to write on all cell. This I want to write on all cell. Now see, I want to write on all cell. See what I tried writing. I write one cell. I double click. This happened. Okay, guys. So this happened. So how to do this, guys? How can I write all that? How can I give the feedback? So here we'll learn how to merge the content of two cells together. So to merge the content of two cells together, what you can use to merge the content of two cells together. Click on the first cell. Okay. Use Shift 7. Shift 7 is Fevicol in Excel. The Fevicol in Excel is Shift 7. 7. Shift 7. I hope you've seen the movie 7, suspense thriller movie. So click on 7. So Shift 7. So click on the first data, Shift 7, then next data. So if you see it come together. It came together, but it came in different format. We'll see that. We'll see that. We investigate. We'll investigate this. Okay. We'll do that. Please don't worry on that part. We'll work on that part. But can you understand this? To fix the two cell, use Shift 7. To fix the two cell, use Shift 7. Like Amit, and then I want to put both of them in one cell. I want to put both of them in one cell. I want to put both of them in one cell. So Amit, Shift 7, sync. Did you get it? Did you get it? Any doubt, anyone? To fix the content, we use Shift 7. Clear, everyone? Any doubt, anyone? To fix the content, we use Shift 7. Anyone, any doubt? Are you understanding? Guys, you can respond. Only 1 or 2% respond yes, no, whatever. I don't know what is the point of everyone in the class. So to fix the cell, we use Shift 7. Okay, now you'll say, sir, okay, sir, I understand your emotion, sir, what you said, but Amit, then the space should come, na, sir. Then only the surname should come, na, sir. It doesn't look good. So it is not the way we should write. Other person will not understand your name. So let me first zoom it. So I can zoom to 133, 130%. I can zoom more, you can see this. So what I can do, guys, so I can first click on this cell, then Shift 7, Amit, then space should come. So how to write space? How to write space? So double quote, space, double quote. To put space between the two character. So Shift 7, double quote, space, double quote. What is there under space? Space is there. Under double quote, what is there? Space. Then again Shift 7 and then sing. Now if you see, now it will come proper. Clear, everyone? So like some name is there, like Rajwal Shetty. Suppose some name is Rajwal Shetty. So I don't have to do copy that, paste it. Can you understand this? Any name, Virat Kohli. So copy that, paste it. Can you understand this? Rohit Sharma. So you copy that. You're understanding, no? Very well. So guys, only you can see only 73 students are there today. Yesterday when we started around 105 students. Now today maximum we went till for 74. You can see the scenario. Few people have just joined for attendance purpose. Okay, so this part I hope you're understanding. Other way, no, to merge the content, guys. Other way to merge the content, that you can use Shift 7 or you can use concatenate. This function is called concatenate function. So, Amit, comma, put comma. You want space? No, if you don't want space, you write the next character. You want space, double quote, space, double quote, comma, then sing. Concatenate. The shift 7, when we write shift 7 in Excel, the name is ampersand. The shift 7 name is ampersand. It's not coming there. Shift 7 name is ampersand. This is called ampersand function. The shift 7, this is called as ampersand function. And the another function to merge is called concatenate function. So you can use Shift 7 or concatenate. With that, you can merge the cells. Okay, everyone. So you can use Shift 7 or concatenate. With that, you can merge the cell. Double click. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt, any question, anything? Okay. So I hope you understood this, guys. Okay. Nobody have any doubt. I hope you people understood this. Now coming back to this, I want to merge this cell. I want to merge this cell. Now let me do zoom in. Too much. Now let me do zoom in. So now there's no point of this cell. Let me just delete it. Okay. Now if you see, so what I can do, I'll select this date, shift 7, double quote, space, double quote, shift 7, this date. But then you can see here this number is coming. It is coming in number function. So what I can do, guys, uh, if what I can do, select everything, control C. Okay, go to paste, do paste value. Okay, then if you see this date, shift 7, double quote, space, double quote, shift 7, select this. Still this is coming like this only. 1 minute, let me go and see. Concatenate. Let me try concatenate on this. Double quote, space, double quote. Anyway, leave that date part, leave that. So you understood, right? Are you understand merging the cells? The objective here was to teach you concatenate function. Can you able to understand concatenate and ampersand function? So Bhagwan is asking how to make capital letters appear when large name data is with small letters. So see what Bhagwan has said. Like imagine Bhagwan is telling that, for example, if your names, you are having some name. Okay, some names are there. You can see some names are there. Can you see some name? Okay, some names are there. Alt ESW, Control V. So Alt ESW, what Alt ESW do? Column width. So what happens now? I copied that. What happens? I copied some dummy names from where Control C, Control N, Control V. You see this. This will happen. So what I did, Control earlier, what I did Control C. So I copied this name, Control C. Okay, and Control N for new Excel workbook. If I do Control V, it will go beyond that cell. The content you see, no width is width is very much. So what you can do before you paste, go to paste spatial, go to paste spatial, and click on column width. Column width, what it will do? It will increase the width to the required. Control V. So here I wrote the name. Okay, names are there. This name. So what Bhagwan has asked me, Bhagwan has asked me that, sir, if the names are in small letter or capital letter or in any other form, how to change that? Now I want to give a heading for this, that all the names are there till how many? Around 30 names are there. So I want to give a heading for this called name. So how I can give a heading? I have to insert a row. To give a heading called name, I have to insert a row. How to insert a row? For that, before that, you select the row. How to select the row? Shift space bar. To select the row, shift space bar. To select the column, control space bar. Control space bar to select a column. Control space bar to select a column. Shift space bar to select a row. So select the row by using control shift space bar. Then to insert a new row or to insert a column, control shift plus sign. Control Shift plus sign. If you do Control Shift plus sign, a row or column get added. So here the row or column is added. Control Shift plus sign. You can add as many rows or column. Once you added these rows and column, I want to give a name. Name of this is name of the student. I give a heading, name of the student. Okay. And I want to give serial number also, guys. It is not at all looking good. I have to give serial number. To select a column, control space bar, control shift plus. Okay, now you get a column. So serial number, one, two, just select one or two and then drag it. Then drag it. So you can see 30 names are there. Clear? Now, Bhagwan was asking me, sir, this names, maybe then small letter. I want in capital letter. If you want the data in capital letter, use the text function upper equal to upper. Select that cell. Close bracket, enter. Now everything will come in capital letter. For getting everything in capital letter, use the function upper. Use the function upper. If you want everything in small letter, use the function lower. Everything you want in capital letter, clear everyone. Try this by yourself, guys. These are very easy. These are very easy. Everything you want in capital letter, use upper. You want a small letter, use lower. You want in capital letter, upper. You want in proper grammatical order, use proper. Any doubt, anyone? Any doubt, anyone? So you want capital letter, use upper. You want small letter, use lower. Lower. Use small letter, lower. You use proper grammatical order, use proper. Clear everyone? I'll teach you VLOOKUP and all. For VLOOKUP, we need more time, guys. And if the attendance keep on decreasing every day, then VLOOKUP, you can watch my recorded videos only. If it happens like this, then we can't do anything. So clear everyone. So for VLOOKUP, we have time. Done everyone. Anyone, any doubt? Now if you want proper, you can use proper. Proper. Proper means first letter should be capital, other should be small. Use proper. Then proper means first letter capital or small. Okay. Now what happens? Now guys, this is very important. If you understand, guys, these are not real. Can you understand? These values are not real. If I change the name from, if I put instead of Amit Singh, if I put Rohit Sharma, you understand, everything will become Rohit Sharma because they are formula, they're derivatives, they're not real values. If I make any change here, if I make any change instead of Rajesh Gupta, if I write Shikhar Dhawan, if I write Shikhar Dhawan, if I write Shikhar Dhawan, everywhere Shikhar Dhawan will come because they are formula. Here, if I change anything in place of Shikhar Dhawan, if I write, if I write uh, Kailash Kher, if I write Kailash Kher, nothing gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. It will happen to this because this I took from here. Here nothing happened because they are not dependent on that. I hope you guys you are understanding. Guys, thing is that imagine, thing is that imagine if I thought, okay, I want all the name in capital letter only. Okay, I don't want the name like in proper order. I want all the name in capital letter. So better you select everything, cut it, cut this name and put it here. Why put it here? Can you understand this, guide? What I'm doing? Can you understand what I'm doing? I'm saying, for example, simply I'm telling. For example, I want all the names in capital letter only. Okay, so which are there in proper order, remove that and put all the names of capital letters. So I did selected everything, control X, selected everything, control X, control V. If I do control V, I'll get an error. Can you see this? I'm getting error, guys. So if you use your common sense, you can understand, guys, this why this error came. Because, guys, please understand, this is formula. This is not real. Can you understand? This is a replica. This is a replica. This is a replica of this. So if you do anything here, automatically the change will happen here. So this is replica. It's not real. I hope you are understanding what I mean to say that. Okay, so to to make sure that your formula become independent of the formula, what you can do, you remove the formula. How to remove the formula? Control C, go to paste, paste value. If you do that, the formula will get removed. The shortcut key for removing formula is Control C, shortcut key Alt ESV. Shortcut key for removing formula. Either you do Control C, paste values, or Control C, paste spatial value, or what is the other way? Select everything, Control C, Alt ESV. Okay, then Control X, cut it, Control V. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So this is very important, guys. When you work in corporate, you will do lot of assignments, okay, and you take lot of data from some platform and you put it at one place. You do all the calculation, and then you copy that calculation from there and you paste wherever you want to paste. But you always have to make sure your team management or your manager or your concerned client, they just want the answer and you got the answer. But what happens? Suppose someone knowingly or unknowingly go to the source data and do any change there, automatically your answer will get changed. Tomorrow you get a mail saying that you so and so, have you done this work? You said, yes, sir, I've done. I sent you mail also, sir. You can see that. But you say, but the value shown something different. You said something different. So why it happened? Because someone did some changes in the source data, automatically your value got changed. So once you did the calculation, you got the value. You don't want your value to be dependent on a formula. So you remove that formula. How will you remove the formula? Copy that, Control C, Alt ESV. Anyone, any doubt? Any doubt, anyone? So it's always good many times that when you do any calculation, you should remove the formula. Any doubt, anyone? Okay, so now guys, next thing is that suppose I'm putting name here. Suppose I'm putting name here. I want to make sure that the name what I put, I should not duplicate the name. Like suppose I put some name like Amit Singh. Simply I'm putting some name Amit Singh or Rajwal, something name. Okay, I'll just see the name from student who are there. So Basit. Okay, I just put some name. Okay, I'm putting some name. Okay, then some name like Scott, Tyrese, something. I hope you understand. Simply, I'm putting some names. Okay, like Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma or Shikhar Dhawan. Okay, then Modi, Narendra Modi. Some name I'm putting. Mahesh Bhatt, Salman Khan. So some names I'm putting. Now again, so imagine if I put any duplicate values. So Excel should show me, okay, if I put any duplicate value. So you can go to conditional formatting, highlight cells tool. You can see duplicate values. So it will show you duplicate values. Any value, if you duplicate, it will show you. Can you understand? So the moment if I put any duplicate values, suppose if I put any duplicate value, it will show me. How to do that? To check the duplicate values, how to do that? Under home, go to conditional formatting, Alt HL, then again H, highlight cells tool, D, duplicate values. So with you can choose the color, which color you want to show the duplicate values. Clear, everyone? So then you say, sir, so Rajendra is saying, MS Dhoni. I said, sir, I want to put values. The value should not be duplicate, sir. Sir, do one thing, sir, because that the entries what you do, na, sir, it should be unique. Okay, it should not be duplicated. Imagine if you do any duplication, the Excel should tell you that you are putting duplicate values. Entry should be unique, sir. So what you do, so wherever you want a unique entry, so here I want to put 30 names and these 30 names should be unique. None of the data should repeat. So for that, what you do, go to data, under data, go to data validation. So under data, guys, go to data validation. Go into data, under data, go to data validation. Shortcut key of data validation is Alt DL. Can you see data validation? You can see data validation. Search way under database, data validation. So data validation, click on data validation. Okay. So go to data, under data, data validation. Shortcut key for data validation is Alt DL. D for donkey, L for Lanka. Alt DL. Okay. In that, under setting, click on custom. Under setting, click on custom. Okay, and then in formula write equal to count if. Write in formula count if. Write equal to count if, open bracket. I'm writing this formula, I'll show you. Okay, if not visible to you, I'll show you. I'll do a paste and I'll show you. Equal to count if. Click, give a range from this range to this range. Give a range till where you want this count if. Give a range. Okay, fix this range. Press F4 sign to fix this range. Press F4 sign to put a dollar. Dollar means fixing the cell. Put F4 sign for fixing the cell, comma, write the first cell. Your first cell was B4. Here your first cell is B4. Okay, close bracket and write here less than 2. Here close bracket, then write less than 2 and then press OK. Okay, this is what I have done. I'll just show you this. This is the function you need to perform here, guys. This is the function, guys, you need to perform. This is a function. Clear, everyone? So equal to count if, select the cell. This dollar sign, know what you're seeing. This we use for fixing the cell. This dollar sign, know what we see. This you can do by using F4 key. You either manually shift 4. If you do, you'll get the dollar sign. By pressing shift 4 also you'll get dollar sign. If you do shift 4, you'll get the dollar sign, or you can use F4 key. So the F4, that no dollar sign will fix the cell. And if you use this function, guys, if you use this function here, where is that cell? Okay, this, press OK. Press OK. Now if I write here, any name, okay, I wrote Amit Singh. Okay, then I wrote Rohit Sharma. Then I wrote Virat Kohli. Okay. Then I wrote Umesh Chandra. Then Raghu Ram Rajan. Okay. Then again by chance I wrote Amit. Then it is not accepted. This value does not match the data validation restriction defined for this cell. Retry. So you can change to anything. It should not be Amit Singh. Amit Kumar. Okay. You can put, I hope you understanding. Chandrasekhar. Then maybe you put what will not. I say okay, fine. Let's put with capital letter. Virat. Let's put everything with capital letter. Virat Kohli. If you get capital letter, small letter, will thing will not work. Can you understand, no, guys? I hope what I am telling you. So this will make sure that you put unique values only. Clear, everyone? If you want, you can customize this also, guys. You can customize this. So when you selected this cell and you did Alt DL, when you did this here, you did custom, and then you did equal to count if. equal to count if, then you selected the cell from first cell to the last cell wherever. Okay, when you did this, then when you F4, then when you did this comma, the first cell was C3, no? First cell was C3, then like this, when you did, no? You did this function, right? Yes, everyone, you did this function. If you want, you can put alert according to way, your way. I'll put warning, what warning title, repetitive name, error message. Please enter unique values like this, and then press OK. So now if you put a myth thing, okay, just give a heading, name of the student. Now, Supreet, your webcam is on, Supreet. Supreet, your webcam is on. Amit Singh, then Rohit Sharma, then Virat Kohli. Then if I put Amit Singh, see this repetitive name, the heading. Please enter unique values. Continue. Yes. I hope you understood, right? Guys, can you understand this, right? So this will make sure that you should not put repetitive values. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Let me again give you an example of data validation. Like suppose if 30 student names are there and that should be unique. You cannot put repetitive names. Okay. So you cannot put repetitive names. Suppose 30 students are there, the name should be unique. You cannot put a repetitive name here. So now the thing is that when you're putting the name, the thing is that you want to put the 30% name of the student, name of the student, name of the student. You're putting the name of the student. When you're putting the name should be unique, guys. So select this, guys. Select this. Control down arrow, control shift up arrow. Just select this data, guys. Alt DL for data validation. Alt DL for data validation. Alt DL for data validation. Okay, Alt DL for data validation. Go to setting. Go into setting. Allow in that put custom. Input custom, and in formula write this. In formula write this. So this B4 to B33, that will change. I hope you are understanding. B4 is your first cell, B33 is last cell. In what cell to what cell you want to apply data validation, do that. Make sure the first set of data is fixed. Press F4 or $sign. Clear? Clear, everyone? Fine, everyone. Anyone, any other question, any other doubt? So this much, guys, from today class. I hope you have understood what all I have done so far for you people. So it's time to wind up the class. So thank you, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow again, you'll have a class from 9:30. Thank you, everyone. Bye everyone. Take care. Respective coordinators, Harish, if you want, I have enabled annotation. If you want to any for attendance purpose,